All right, Erica Rawls, thanks for chatting with me today. I'm so excited to get deep into how you've grown your Instagram account. You and I have known each other for over a year now. We worked together in August of 2018, and since then, you have gone from 711 followers to now, as of today, over 13,000.
I do not know how. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm here to ask you a few questions so we can kind of work backwards and figure out how, as a real estate agent, you've been able to grow such a targeted following. So, first of all, why don't you tell me about your current business, who you
Yeah,
help, and what you do?
yeah. So I am a realtor in Central PA, in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, more specifically. And I have a team of agents. It's myself, and I have two buyer agents. I focus on the listing side of it, and they focus on our buyers. Then it's my admin as well. I have an administrator as well. So we love what we do. We really do. We help people buy and sell their homes. Our target market right now seems to be first-time home buyers. We just finished a home buyers workshop, which was really cool. But we also have the move-up buyers and the people that are empty nesters and moving down as well. Yeah.
Amazing. So, how big is your team? You touched on it briefly.
Yeah. So I have a total of 4 people. Yeah. Yeah. Including myself. Yeah.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
small but mighty, like you're
Yeah. We're
effective and
small.
keeping things
Yeah. Yeah. And we're part of a franchise too.
in.
So I don't have my own real estate company. A lot of people think that, but I don't. I'm under a franchise. Next Time Capital Realty. Yeah, is where we are. Yeah.
Nice. Tell me a little bit more about your business background.
So I actually have a degree in accounting, and I started out in real estate, first investing. And then the real estate bug hit me because I realized I can make a lot more money just focusing on real estate as opposed to working in corporate office 9 to 5 and, hoping that you get a pay raise. It's like, I mean, I think it's every entrepreneur story. Like you start corporate most times, you're like, wait a second, I could do much more in the field and passion that I have. So I got into investments and I just cut the cord. I was really dramatic with it. So much so my husband was like, are you kidding me? Did you think about how we're going to pay bills next month? Like that's how dramatic I was with quitting. But we did go through a lot of like struggles. However, it was still the best decision. I'd do it again, seriously,
Mm.
because I found my passion. I love helping people, especially with one of the largest investments that they're going to ever make, I feel like, in life. And helping people obtain home ownership. That's huge for me. That makes me excited.
So,
Yeah.
when you made that dramatic move in your life, what made you so sure and so positive, even though it was dramatic, like, this is what I need to do right now?
Yeah, because I wasn't happy where I was, and I saw that if I could focus 100% of my time doing what I really enjoy, that I would be able, it would be more rewarding because it's something I actually want to do. Now, it was slow in the beginning, and I thought a couple of times, like, okay, maybe I made the wrong decision. And you know what, Elise, I even went and I got an accounting job inside of our real estate office because I was so afraid that I was not going to make ends meet. So I did that for about a year and a half. But then I was like, Erica, you're still slowing yourself down. It gave me the opportunity to understand exactly how to run a real estate company or a business, the business of real estate, which was very helpful, but it still wasn't what I wanted to do. So I got back into sales, and that time I was really successful. So I'll say I took about a year and a half hiatus from being on the sales side and went back into I guess the corporate side a little bit, but still dabbling with working with clients as well.
Mm-hmm. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
So, let's go to July, August 2018. You're running your business, you're established. What happened at that point for you to think, you know what? I want to be on Instagram. I really want to grow my Instagram to grow my business. What was that turning point for you?
Yeah. Even though it was a year ago, I don't think that many people were really focused on Instagram like they are now. Like there's like droves of people. And I think it's really hard to penetrate. So I'm excited of the fact that I saw something. I don't know if it was just, I saw people like just posting random things, right? Then I started doing research. People were actually posting houses, but I felt as though that was a way to stay in contact with our clients, right? And then to get to know me. So I think people want to work with people they can relate to. And I know we didn't get to this part, but you were a huge part of that too. Trying to really hone in on like specifically who I wanted to target, right? I want people that would know, like, and trust me, can relate to me, speak the same language, like the same things, lifestyle, you know, everything. So that was huge for me. And then I started getting goosebumps because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, people are really responding to this. You know, like they really are, because I thought it was boring, like most people. You think you're boring, you know? So it wasn't about selling homes for me. It was more like trying to connect the people that were like me that would like to buy or sell a home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's something we really honed in on when we started working together was we made you, and we say it in your bio, not
Yep.
your typical realtor. That was an important angle for you even then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So you saw Instagram as an opportunity. You booked a one-on-one call with me. Then you enrolled in Instagrowth Boss all within the same month.
Yeah.
What made you go all in at
hours?
pardon? Hours, yeah. You were committed, which I love. You took action, you were committed.
Yeah.
So what were you struggling with at that time, if you can recall, to make you think, I need to invest in this?
Yeah. It's okay. So for me, just like anyone else, it was more like I was looking for the vanity metric to increase. Like I wanted more people to see what I was doing and to start following me. Right. So, but once I got to a level where I was like, oh, again, talking to you, and you were always harping on, hey, don't worry about the number of followers. They're going to come if you just focused on the person you want to speak to. So it sounds so cliche. I'm like, oh my gosh, I sound like the people that, you know, you look at different YouTube channels and so forth. It sounds cliche, but it's the truth. It is the truth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was true then, and it's becoming more and more true with time, especially as more and more people jump on Instagram. So I know a lot of realtors are going to watch this and think, okay, Erica, well, what did you do to go from 700-ish followers to now over 13,000? So looking back on the year, what do you think are the top 3 strategies that you applied to your brand, your Instagram account, the way you showed up? What were those 3 things, those 3 tips that you think made the biggest difference to not just grow your account, but like actually earn revenue, which we haven't talked about yet, but we certainly will?
Yeah, I think the first biggest thing was I was looking at my competitors, not locally, because I mean, quite honestly, no one in my area still to this day, they don't focus on Instagram like they should. So my first thing was, again, advice from you, looking at what I wanted my page to represent, right? So I was looking at my competition, and then looking to see the type of people that were following them. And then once I figured that out, they became a target audience. Then I started researching like the hashtags that they were using. Again, from you, the hashtags, and came up with like 15 to 30 that I could use depending on if it was a special niche or home buying selling tips. You know, I had those set up. So I was rotating those hashtags over. Then I was really being intentional about commenting on the people, the type of people that I would actually want to follow, or the business I'd want, whether it was builders. I did that too. So, and that's when I started seeing an increase, you know, just doing those 3 things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's when you saw your followers start to increase, correct?
I did, yeah. And I started seeing followers not from our area. And it started to freak me out a little bit because I'm thinking, why are they following me? So I kept checking to make sure that they weren't so-called ghost followers and they were real followers. And of course you have your trolls. But I saw that majority of the people were actually real people from across the world that were started following me, which is really cool, really cool.
Huh. Why do you think that is?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. To this day, I'm trying to figure it out. I guess I was relatable to whatever they were looking for. I like to think that I created a vision board for people that have a dream of having a luxury lifestyle. And whether it's, I just started doing the travel piece to it, but whether it's a house or whether it's clothing or whether it's, they just wanted inspiration. I think that's who that was who was gravitating to my page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you start to see your followers grow. When did you start to see actual sales come from connections you made from Instagram?
I believe it was May. Was it May? I think coincidentally, it was when you were asking, I think in your story, and I want to say it was around May, that I had my first person ask me, like, hey, I'm ready to buy my first house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to sit down and to purchase a home. So I was like, what? This is crazy. So I was looking to make sure that first, one, are you in the area? Two, are you real? And then when I realized that the young lady was real, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. This is awesome. I'm like, okay, this is really good. So we sat down, had a conversation, and we actually got together, and they ended up buying. Now, average price point in my area is around 178. Okay, so she ended up buying around 175,000, I believe it was. So that was $5,600 that we actually made on that sale. Yeah. So I was excited about that.
So looking at your timeline, you joined Instagrowth Boss, you invested, you stayed consistent with your content, your growth, and it took several months before your first lead and client came from Instagram, correct?
That's right. Yeah. So what was it? August, you said I started Instagram? Oh my gosh. Boss. And then it was May, I believe it was. Yeah, May. I almost think it was May 16th to the day that I got our first lead. So I was happy about that. And we weren't even, I don't even know how many followers I had at that time, but just to have that, that lead come in, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really working. And again, no one in my area was doing that. They weren't focusing on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so now that you've done this for over a year, do you know how many clients you've gotten directly from Instagram?
Ooh, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. And I think I sent you like the DMs, like the conversations that we actually had. Yeah. So I think there was 5 of them. And there's one that we're still having ongoing conversations because there's some challenges that we have to overcome, but we still converted them from a customer or a follower to a client, which is really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I do the math correctly, 5 people from Instagram who've become customers, on average, $5,000 commission per person. So that you could say you've generated 25,000 from Instagram.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I didn't even think of it that way. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah. And the crazy part, Elise, is that we're not doing everything that we're supposed to do. Like, we don't have all of our funnels in place. So I'm just excited about the next stage. You know what I mean? Like, it's for us to get consistent business from it. And it's not about the business. It's about, like, I'm a huge Gary Vee follower. It's about adding value to people, right? Just giving value and value and value. Like, oh, okay, yeah, she really does care. I want to check her out. Or she really knows what she's talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, every day is not perfect either for her, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to reach out to her. So, yeah.
So that's a big part of your strategy, is showing up real and sharing value.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the 5 people. Like, 13,000 followers is great, but 5 people who've become customers earning 25,000 is massive. So how did you create those relationships with those 5? How did you deepen those relationships? And then how did you eventually get them over to become clients and then customers?
Mm-hmm. I would just stay in contact with them. Like, once they raised their hand and said, hey, Erica, I'm ready to sit down and have a conversation. Because that's one thing that we always recommend. And we don't work with people unless we have a buyer consultation or seller's consultation. So once they raise their hand, I would kindly ask for their contact information. What's the best way to contact you? And we would call within that 15 minutes that they gave us the information. Then explain to them what they can expect and ask them what day and time is best for them. And then we actually get together. And we would just continue to cultivate that, send them valuable information based on whether they're selling their home or if they're looking to buy a home. And we would just send them additional information via email until the day that we actually met. And we just continue that conversation until we went showing, showing them homes, and then they were under contract. Then after they closed, we definitely are huge on staying in contact with them afterwards because we want repeat business. Plus, we also want referrals. So anytime that we hit like a level of, I think, celebration for our clients, or they're really happy, we say, hey, who else do you think could benefit from this? And then automatically, oh my gosh, Erica, I cannot, believe this, blah, 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 whatever. I have such and such that's interested. So we were able to build off of that too.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really smart. So you have the whole customer journey mapped out from follower to then they're referring you more clients, basically.
Correct. Yeah. And then one of our clients actually, she ended up having her second child. So anytime that they have some big celebration in their life, we're making sure that we're following them and we're saying congratulations, or if we, send them something, so we're always doing something to stay in contact with them. So we're continuing to cultivate the relationship even more.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So going back to those first few people who said, hey, Erica, I want help, or hey, Erica, I want to work with you. Mm-hmm. Were you putting out a certain type of content, or were you sharing any specific type of story in your Instagram stories to ask people to step forward and say, me, I'm interested?
No. So just recently I changed my call to action in my bio, but I believe the first call to action was, you have any questions, or do you want a coffee ? And DM me or whatever. So I never had any materials that was like, hey, call us if you want, like in our actual feed. I never was trying to capture business that way. I never did. It was always subtle. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but it was always subtle. It was nothing ever direct. It wasn't until just our homebuyer workshop that we got more direct with our marketing. Hey, sign up here. And our stories would be, we're excited about our home buying workshop, and oh, guess what? We have 25 people registered at this point, and we want you to be involved, and just getting people excited about it. But up until that point, I can't say that I was really strategic with like the call to actions, like maybe I should. So, and I'm just being honest. Yeah.
No, that's great, because it sounds like you took more of a, hey, I'm going to show up as a real person. I'm going to be authentic. I'm not going to be too salesy. I'm not going to be too pushy. And those who like me, those who want to work with me, they'll step forward. They'll reach out. And it sounds like that strategy has worked for you.
Yeah.
Because you're so good at showing up as a real person, lots of personality, you show the behind the scenes. I'm curious, is there a particular type of content piece, whether in your feed or in your stories, that you see your audience resonating with the most?
Pictures of myself, which I'm just like, I hate taking pictures of myself. Yeah, but it's the pictures of myself. It's supposed to be the luxury pictures, you guys. Yeah, but it is. It's pictures of myself that seems to do the best.
Yeah. What about with your Instagram stories?
My stories, believe it or not, the stories about my dog, Cash. Yeah, people actually, at least, no kidding, they know his name. There was one lady who's like, oh my gosh, how's your dog Cash? Wait, and your name is? I'm like, oh, this is so bad. So bad. Yeah, but he resonates with some people. So people that love dogs, they're going to want to follow me. One time, it was a week, I think, a span where I didn't have Cash on my stories. They're like, hey, how's your dog doing? I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Really? So then the next day I was like, hey, since you asked, he's doing great. He happened to be just laying around doing nothing. Yeah.
But that's such great insight, because I talk about crafting your content to be about you, but it's really about what resonates with your target follower. And you're finding out that your type of buyer and your type of client loves animals. They love pets. So you can totally incorporate that into your feed, into your stories. You can be a team member on your team. Like, you can really have fun with it, and people are going to love it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're actually getting him trained to wear a GoPro. So then our property tours will be from Cash's perspective. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Are you going to put the videos on YouTube and like Instagram and everywhere?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't care if he crashes into a wall or you hear him snort. I don't care. It's going to be from his perspective. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
excited
that's
about
so
that.
good.
Yeah.
That's so good. I love that. So like it's things like that where it's like, okay, you know your audience loves this. You're
Yeah.
having fun with it. Gives you more content ideas. Like I can't wait for you to execute that and publish it. That's going to be so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks for sharing everything that you have.
Mhm.
Before we go, do you have any last Instagram related advice for your fellow real estate agents out there across the world?
Well, I think in a nutshell, I think they need to call you. They do. No, seriously. I know you weren't expecting this. That's why I wasn't going to bring it up until now. No, but they do. They need to call you because there's a lot of people out there that are claim to be Instagram experts and can grow your business. And the one thing that you do a great job of is trying to figure out what their niche is and then also understand what they're passionate about and also understand what makes them unique so they can pull that out. So then the people that really know, like, and want to, trust them are going to gravitate to them. And it doesn't happen overnight. I honestly can say that if it wasn't for my team helping me, right, and even sometimes taking my profile and commenting on my behalf because I wanted to stay up with it, I would not be where I am today. So I don't want people to think, oh, she did this all on her own. I did not. But using your system, seriously, having a one-on-one with you, staying in contact with you is going to be the best thing that they can do. Seriously. Yeah. She's not paying me to say this, guys. I swear.
I'm not because you have your own cash machine coming from Instagram. You
I
don't
don't know
even
about
need
that.
it.
No,
But
help
thank
me with
you.
my funnels. I need you to help me with my funnels now to get more strategic. Seriously. Yeah.
I think you have it, right? You know the customer flow. We can definitely work on refining it, but you know what kind of content is getting people to raise their hand and then you know how to nurture them. And that's essentially what we're looking for. So we
Yeah.
can definitely touch on that or you can reach out if you have any questions, but you've done so well just to turn 5 people into buyers. And I know, you know, we want those vanity metrics and 5 doesn't sound like a big flashy number, but when each person is equivalent to $5,000 in commission, that's nothing to, you know, that's nothing to ignore.
I
25K.
might not have had otherwise either. So I mean, it was $25,000 I may not have had otherwise. So
And you just keep
I'll take
going.
it. Yep.
And we're gonna see Cash's debut pretty soon.
Yeah.
Us tours.
Yes.
I love his name too, by the way. Very appropriate.
Oh, thank you. That was a coincidence. I don't know why I named him Cash, but I'm getting another one, Frenchie. Yes, her name's going to be Cardi. So it's going to be Cardi and Cash.
Cute. I can't wait to meet them on Instagram. Thank you again so much for chatting and sharing your secrets. I know this is going to be really helpful for agents around the world who are just starting to see Instagram as an opportunity. And if you're not following Erica, go ahead and follow her. She's at erica.rawls and she's killing it on Instagram. So thank you again for sharing all your tips with me.